I was just investigating when I found one of the items we are looking for. If you stop by the study, I'll see if you are observant enough to take a look at it. It's come to my attention that the secret passages are locked. I've asked the butler to unlock them to facilitate our investigation. So remove the padlocks from the board. You may travel freely through the secret passages now, but be careful. The passages could have their own dangers. I've found another one of those items we are looking for. If you stop by the ballroom, I'll see if you are observant enough to take a look at it. Are there any players in the hall? that was a narrow escape. Why don't I take something back to the evidence room? But don't give up now. You've got this villain on the run. I need to see all of you in the evidence room right away. I'm afraid that the investigation has become more complicated. It pains me to say this, but one of you is the thief.
Coming! For weeks, Prince Azure has been going on and on about how good he is at billiards. His boasts were quite irritating. I'm not ashamed to say that everyone delighted in watching Miss Scarlet beat Prince Azure 4 games to 1. One more thing. I believe this item might help in your investigation. Hello. Lady Lavender refused to play any games with Mrs. Peacock, accusing Mrs. Peacock of being a cheat. As you can imagine, it caused quite a stir. Apparently, they used to play bridge together and had quite a falling out over a misplaced ace up Mrs. Peacock's sleeve. One more thing. I believe this item might help in your investigation. Good day. One of the guests had the audacity to use Mr. Body's prized gold pen to keep score during the cribbage match. Afterwards, I made sure it was returned to Mr. Body, who kept it safely in his vest pocket. One more thing. I believe this item might help in your investigation. Coming! During meal times, all the guests gathered in the dining room to play charades. It was quite amusing, although some of the guests complained when Mr. Body stumped them with a book called The Great Gatsby by an American named Fitzgerald. They said it was unfair since they'd never heard of it before. One more thing. I believe this item might help in your investigation. Hello. During the afternoon, I noticed Mr. Body use the spyglass to watch the croquet match in the rose garden. Whoever was playing was rather awful and gave Mr. Body a good laugh. Afterwards, he returned the spyglass to its case and locked it up for the rest of the event. One more thing. I believe this item might help in your investigation. Good day. After they took their tea, all of the men decided to play poker in the lounge. They were enjoying themselves so much, it was all I could do to get them to break for dinner. They went right back to their card game afterwards and played for the rest of the night. One more thing. I believe this item might help in your investigation. Coming. I overheard Mrs. Peacock ask if anyone would play chess with her at night before going to bed. There were more than a few sighs. It had been a long day of games. Nevertheless, one person who hadn't played a game all day relented and said yes. One more thing. I believe this item might help in your investigation. Hello. During the poker game, I overheard Colonel Mustard and Mr. Green goading Mr. Body into betting more than just coins. Naturally, I was shocked. The Colonel was trying to get Mr. Body to put his medal into the pot, while Green was doing the same with the billfold. Mr. Body immediately locked both these items up, just to get them to be quiet. One more thing. I believe this item might help in your investigation.